Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Starting in the AL West, Cliff Lee struck out 15 overall with the win as Oakland took down the Mariners 4-0. He is currently leading the American League in wins. As of today, the A's are in first place in the AL West. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. The Mariners are third in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Rangers amassed 14 hits in the game as they destroyed the Angels 10-3. Right now, the Angels are in last place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first. The Rangers are second in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Chicago Cubs swung it well with 15 hits in this one as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 7-2. Looking at the standings, the Astros sit in fourth place in the American League West. They're over 20 games out of first. The Cubs sit in fourth place in the National League Central Division, 12 games behind first place. The Blue Jays total 11 hits as they beat the visiting Red Sox 5-4. At the moment, the Blue Jays sit in second place in the American League East Division, 10 games out of first. The Red Sox are atop the division, an impressive 10 games ahead of second. Felix Hernandez was victorious for the fifth time this season, helping lead the Rays to a win over the Yankees 3-1. Heading into today, the Yankees are in third place in the AL East, 17 games out of first. The Rays are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Royals launched 3 home runs as they beat the White Sox on the south side 8-4. Right now, the White Sox sit in fourth place in the American League Central Division, 4.5 games back. The Royals are at the bottom of the division, 10.5 back. The Detroit Tigers got 11 overall hits as they took down the visiting Orioles 5-4. Looking at the standings, the Tigers are leading the American League Central Division. They have a small half-game advantage. The Orioles sit in fourth place in the American League East Division, 18 games out of first. The Indians put together 10 hits total as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 7-4. The win was their 6th in a row. As of today, the Twins are in second place in the AL Central, but they currently lead the AL wildcard race. The Indians are third in the division, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wildcard. The Braves combined for a 4-hitter as they manhandled the Mets 8-1. At the moment, the Braves are in last place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first. The Mets are atop the division. They are enjoying a comfortable 9-game cushion. The Dodgers pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-1. Heading into today, the Marlins are in second place in the NL East, 9 games back. The Dodgers sit in first place in the National League West Division. They own a 2.5 game advantage. The Nationals totaled 11 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 6-3. Right now, the Nationals sit in third place in the National League East Division, 10 games out of first. The Phillies are fourth in the division, 18 games out of first. The Cincinnati Reds had 12 hits as a team as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 7-0. As of today, the Pirates sit in second place in the National League Central, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the National League wildcard. The Reds are at the bottom of the division. They're 16.5 games out of first. The Brew Crew sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the Cardinals on the road 6-3. Looking at the standings, the Cardinals sit in first place in the National League Central Division, a sizable 7 games ahead of second. The Brewers are third in the division, 11.5 games out of first. The Giants got 12 hits in this one as they got a road win against Arizona 6-5. At the moment, the Diamondbacks sit in third place in the National League West Division. They're 15 games back. The Giants are fourth in the division, 17 games out of first. The Friars allowed only 5 hits as they bested the visiting Rockies 5-0. Heading into today, the Padres sit in second place in the National League West Division, but they currently lead the NL wildcard race. The Rockies are at the bottom of the division. They're 17.5 games out of first. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.